Everybody's phone's turned off, especially yours, Leo. Fuck.
It doesn't matter if Leo's phone's turned off or on, because even when it's off, it's all like vibrating the whole table.
It does. That's why I'm like, sometimes I'm thinking, how does the podcast not pick this up? And then when she keeps calling, it just keeps going. You're laughing because you know we're right? You don't hear it when you're in the podcast and it's going off right there in front of you. You don't hear that?
Well, yeah, I hear it, but I'm saying you're not listening to what I'm saying. Okay, either you speak like a man or I think like you.
It's been a fucking long day and you know it.
All I'm talking about, why does it matter unless it's affecting or impacting the end result? Which
you know why? Because it distracts me.
She thinks like a man.
No, it distracts me.
She thinks
Because
like
I'm
a
like,
man.
it's like, you like.
I know, but so am I right in saying that it doesn't?
Why don't you just pick it up and put it in your lap so nobody hears it going off, 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 and I mean all day I hear it going off, going off.
But I think that you're not acknowledging the question. Does it impact the end result on the podcast when we see it?
I think so.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, because I think that
Hold on, let me
I
get a
get
second
distracted.
opinion. Well, I don't. That
So if I'm like in the middle of talking, I lose my train of thought.
Cara, does it impact the end product? It's
I don't
a yes.
know. I don't even know if our products.
He's saying, can you hear it? Can the audience hear it? And no.
She knows what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
I have a question.
Go for it.
Well, I don't really have the question. The
So
Fishbowl had the question and I picked it out.
Oh, you did? What's the question?
It was, are women hypocritical about cheating?
We're talking about more cheating.
I feel like we grabbed one of these out recently.
We talked about that last time about cheating.
Yeah, but I think it was about who does it more, men or women. But it's now, are women hypocritical about cheating?
Okay, first I want to get the answer. Does this buzzing, does it impact the final product? I just want you to look at me and tell me if it does. Don't give me the I don't know shit. You're very anal about this stuff.
Am I?
I just said that.
But am I?
Yes. And that, you don't find that to be, that wouldn't stand out?
Oh, you're actually right. Yes, I am.
Say it again.
You're right, I am.
Am I right?
Yeah, no, I don't notice it in the podcast.
Okay, there we go. So this that goes off has no effect on the podcast.
Not the podcast.
Okay.
But personally.
Oh, fuck you. You and your fucking personally. Okay, so.
Hey, I truly, like, we really have talked about that. Can I pull another one?
Yeah, pull another one.
Okay.
And while you're pulling that, I want to tell you something. Today's been one of the most fucked up days I've had in a while.
I don't want to talk about it.
I do.
It's just one of those work days. And you know what? It's happened for 2 days in a row, and that's a lot. Like, normally you have one.
3 hours.
And then like 3 days go by and you maybe have another
3
one.
hours
But
with a bank that locked me out of my app because of a suspicious transaction. 3 hours.
You're buying too much porn.
I actually.
I forgot. Am I too far away from my mic? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you are. It's okay. Catch up, Charlie.
Yeah, I know. No one tell me. You guys have headphones on.
Well, because you're still being picked up, just not as well as normal.
I don't pay for porn, do you?
No.
So that means you watch free porn?
I've seen porn.
Cara definitely looks like a type of chick that would be like, if you watch porn, it's cheating.
No. Mm-mm.
A fucking liar.
No, I'm not. And I've watched it with my men. My men have like shown it to me because I was goody two shoes, so I didn't know anything about it.
Oh, you were being taught?
How do you think well, yeah. I mean, like,
is that how girls learn?
It was shown to me.
Is that how girls learn?
I don't know. I just was never into it, and it wasn't my cup of tea. And I was with somebody who, of course,
here, do it like
watched
this.
It.
Easy. You don't really blow on it.
You know, you can use it as a
mic
lesson.
Yeah, I would think so. It's like good as YouTube.
Yeah. See what guys like.
Yeah. Anyway, what is that?
Okay. This is interesting. And actually, I want to know both sides. So it says, is a woman's hair a sign of power?
No, that's a stupid question. Get something good out of
Both
there.
of you?
Your eyebrows are, but not your hair.
How are eyebrows?
When a woman has like big ass eyebrows, dominant eyebrows, that's telling you that she's I am an alpha bitch. It's true. Yeah,
So
eyebrows tell the whole story.
What about guys? Because you guys naturally have eyebrows. Like I'm sure you don't. Guys don't really like. Some do, but they don't really like groom them and pluck them. So do you think that guys that naturally have bigger brows are most likely like that?
I don't think so.
No.
Mm-mm. I think women are always trying to prove something. That's why they want to get into men's sports. You know, you guys always want to come over and see if you want to show us that you're equal. You want to play football with us in the NFL. Fuck you. You can't play there. Oh, maybe a kicker. If we put you up really close to the goalpost, like, you know, you guys are always trying to prove something.
I think some are, yes.
No, I think most of you are, and that's okay. But I think your eyebrows are the whole story. I've seen some very interesting eyebrows on chicks too. And I'll tell you something right now. Some of these girls are not very good artists in the way they do their eyebrows. Ooh, some scary shit.
Really?
Yeah. That's my take on eyebrows. What was the other question you had?
It was hair, which
yeah.
then went to eyebrows.
No, I don't think.
I guess I'll pick another
I think
one.
the only thing what hair says, and I think it works for both sides, is when you guys start doing shit like Britney Spears did.
What did Britney Spears do? Go bald?
Shave it, or I don't know, when she was going through all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably getting pretty close to offing yourself. Something's going on. What's wrong? These don't work?
They're all pretty much the stuff that we're like talking about right now, or we have talked about. I need a good one. Jesus crime.
Jesus crime?
Can a girl and a guy just be friends?
No. Next.
What?
No.
Really?
Yeah, yes, they can. But it's got to be a special female just to be a friend.
Who wrote these questions?
Did you care?
It was Cara.
I took them from a list and I literally went down the list and then I like stopped after I wrote 30 in a row.
I think majority of the time they cannot, but but there's some.
This is a good one.
I don't believe it.
No, it's because Leo wrote this one a long time ago. You're gonna remember right now. How can you possibly write a love song when you're 20?
We were talking.
God damn it!
What?
Son of a bitch!
What?
It starts right as soon as the podcast starts.
What? I don't hear anything.
I don't hear nothing either.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah. So, you.
No, they can't.
You truly think that they cannot write a song
Not a legit one.
at 20 years old?
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, there's not enough experience there.
But they're just feeling the beginning of it, which is still
maybe
true.
you're good enough, like a good enough artist, that you can make it feel authentic. But you're not speaking from first-hand experience. You don't have enough pain in your heart to write one of those.
Charlie, could you have wrote a love song at the age of 20?
I couldn't know, but it's totally possible because Michael Jackson did over and over and over and over and over again when he was like 5.
And what kind of love song was it?
That one, what's that one? I don't know. I'm not gonna try to sing it right now. That
Well,
one.
Yeah. Try and sing it.
He had kind of a weird idea about love, didn't he?
I don't think so.
No. You know what I'm talking about?
No. Am I supposed to know something?
About his.
Why do I feel like you two know something that I'm not in on right now?
He didn't have a traditional type love for anybody. I don't think.
Okay.
Wasn't he
what's
with
that supposed to mean?
Marie? What was her name? Presley?
Yeah.
Were they married for a bit?
Mm-hmm.
For show? I mean,
For show?
For show, not like, I'm not trying to say that like for sure, like for sure. No, for
I
show.
got it.
No, that
Because of the appearance.
she's never said anything. She's always still to this day said that he was really good to her and she loved him and all that stuff. I think by now something would have came out.
It'd be hard to love somebody like that's that popular, I think.
Really? Why?
They don't live a normal life.
And Michael Jackson never has since he was like born.
I know. Can you imagine? Born and raised. I mean, when he was small, he was already in that life. How could he possibly turn out normal?
Who's to say what normal is, though?
Well, I guess
Because maybe it was just normal in his lifestyle and his family and
Yeah.
like what they're used to,
It's
that
just-
he was brought up normal.
just my opinion.
Do you think when it comes to love, there comes like cheating and all that kind of stuff? Do you think that cheating does not mean that you are not loved? Like if somebody cheats on you.
No.
No.
So it means that it means that you are still loved even though they cheated?
Yes.
Really?
This sounds like my interview that I did not too long ago. Yes. Yes. No. Yes.
So you would
you know what I'm talking about,
if-
Charlie? Yes. I want you to interview me. Go ahead. Seriously.
Leo,
Yes.
when was the first time that you had your biggest hit in the fitness industry?
Ooh. Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes. I had a big one.
What was it?
No.
Tell me about
I
it.
don't know. I can't remember.
Tell me about it.
I can't. Oh. I can't remember.
No,
It
you
wasn't
didn't.
a hit.
You didn't get.
It wasn't a
I
hit.
can't remember.
It wasn't a hit. It was a process. It wasn't like,
But
ooh.
are we still role playing right now? Are you still explaining to me how this went?
No.
Oh my god.
Would you like to be really, really famous, Charlie?
Yeah.
Cara?
I don't know.
Or would you like to be just famous enough?
I don't like how their lives aren't private. I don't like that.
What?
So I don't know. Like being famous, your life is not private, and then
Your
there's
life's not
rumors.
private right now. You have 5,000 pictures on your Instagram of your
Yeah,
whole
but
life.
I don't got like rumors floating around in magazines in every freaking country. And
Okay, well then say
me
rumors.
having to explain to my husband or significant other why I was standing next to a guy and they think that I was in the Bahamas with him for 5 months. Like that.
It's like especially bad now with social media because they
yeah.
can do.
And
Yeah.
then they just make stuff up. And then they elaborate on it and then
You'd
it
have
just keeps
to.
going.
You'd have to live under a microscope, Charlie.
Some do a really good job at it, I feel.
Who?
Exactly. We don't even know anything about that. I don't hear much about I don't know. I guess this would be people that you're like they're not very famous.
I just think that maybe if you're just famous enough.
No, you never see like Leonardo DiCaprio out. Besides, you always when he goes to awards, he always has a new chick. So then people talk, but that's obviously he don't care and he lets because he's taking them to the awards. But besides that, you don't see him out anywhere. There's a lot of celebrities that if you're out, it's because you want to be out.
So you're kind of imprisoned.
Wait, so you mean they can't go out and like just like go to the grocery store? I mean, I know he's going to the grocery store.
I think so.
No, I guarantee he's not. I guarantee he has someone doing that for him.
Like
All
he's
right,
not
but
getting out at
That's
all.
when. That's when you're that famous.
But a lot of them don't like that famous. They don't live here. They don't live here in the United States. They'll move somewhere else.
Yeah, but people would still know who they are.
Yeah,
Right?
but they don't care. It's not like over here.
Oh.
You know when Arnold Schwarzenegger when he was in all these movies and all that, he lived down in where he's at now Santa Monica, Venice area.
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy thing was in that area, people left him alone. But when he went, like when I went to he puts on the Arnold Classic. We were a vendor there. When he walks around, people are losing their minds over him. It was really weird because I thought it would be the same way in Santa Monica, but it wasn't. It was really where he could walk around and nobody bothered him.
I don't know. I think that's because like those are people that he's with all the time. Like he's not special. No, not special, but he isn't like new and fresh to them.
Oh yeah, that's definitely part of it, but not everybody. I mean, I would think that if he was,
And then you follow the crowd. So if you're new and you're like, oh,
well, I would think people,
everybody
if
else
they knew
isn't
that
reacting.
he lived there, that they would come into the city or into Santa Monica, but it just wasn't like that. It was really weird. Because back then, Tom Platz and I, and this is when they had cigar clubs. You guys are too young for this. They don't have that now.
They still have cigar. Like you could go into places and smoke cigars and stuff, and
Not
just
in a
chill in a circle.
Not in a restaurant.
Yeah, but in buildings, they have cigar shop in Visalia where you just go,
Yes.
sit on couches and
Yes.
watch TV and smoke.
I've smoked a lot of cigars there. Do you think a guy that smokes a lot of cigars, is that a fetish? Like they really wish they had a dick in their mouth? Or no? I'm just saying. But yes,
No,
I think
because I had to say something about you.
I don't smoke cigars.
You just said that you smoked a lot of cigars back in the
I'm
day.
a recovering. No, Charlie. But what I'm saying is that we used to have they call them cigar dinners at these various restaurants, and back then Arnold had a restaurant called Shotzi's, and we used to. That was one of the places where I went with Tom Platz and hung out with Arnold. But they don't do that now. But yeah, he was like really famous, but I don't know if he was like, at one time he was like DiCaprio, maybe famous because of
Yeah, for sure.
when he did Terminator and all that kind of stuff. But in Ohio, where his thing was, people were losing their minds over him. He had to have bodyguards. Would you like to live that kind of life where you have bodyguards that famous, where you couldn't really go out? This is a whole different way of living.
I would.
So Charlie, would you really like to be famous? Like
Yeah,
that?
it wouldn't bug me.
Coming from the person that like hates
Exactly.
being out there.
Exactly. So I'd be one of those ones that would be.
stuck
I would
in your
just
house.
have people doing stuff for me. Yeah.
Part of me would like to be that famous.
You have,
Not that famous.
but you've been in that. You've dipped your toes in there.
Yeah, I had a taste of it. I tell you what. But you're, what you have to deal with are, when you're that successful or perceived to be, people hate you for that. People don't want to see other people that are successful. A certain group of people.
I think it just depends because when we were the guest at some convention in Fresno, Anime Con, I went like dressed as the Joker because we were going for a Batman film, and I probably signed, no joke, over like 500 autographs and then like 500 photos. Like every second, it was just like, and it was just crazy. And I liked it. It was cool.
I liked it too, but I think it's different when it's happening just once in a while,
Yeah.
like every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. When I was maybe told the story, stop me if I've already told it. But when Tom and I were in Paris doing our tour, and we sat down at the convention, we sat down for lunch. We had to have bodyguards around us so we could eat lunch. And the people are like looking through the bodyguards, and you feel kind of weird. It's like, ugh, we get used to it. And even in the booth, I had people this close to me,
It's so crazy.
my ear, signing autographs. It was cool, but I don't know if I could, if a steady diet of that would be, after a while, it'd wear off. It's kind of like girlfriends.
Or you would just adapt.
They wear off.
Or you just adapt.
I think though nowadays people have got more. I think of normal people have adapt, and they're like, I shouldn't bug them. When me and Cara went to LA, we saw some. They had to be in the field because they were talking about a TV show they were on, and we just let them eat and do their own thing. We didn't go like, what TV show you guys on? We didn't go all crazy with them and shit.
Yeah, that's true. There might be people people might just be respectful towards it. Like she was working with like Netflix and talking about how upset she was about stuff, and I was like, do you hear that? That we just left her alone.
Man, your life would be so different.
It'd be hard to have kids like that.
Yeah, how do you raise those kids in a normal environment? How do you protect them, especially now?
Yeah. But I don't know if people really want your kids or if they still just want you.
Kids get caught in the crossfire.
That's true.
Did I tell you today was fucked up? 3 hours with the bank. God
It
damn.
was. So you guys want to try and pull a different topic out?
Let's do that.
So are we gonna end this one then?
Yeah, we'll end it right about there.
Do you want to like make it like a fancy ending?
Like we out.
How do you want to do that, Cara?
Why are you asking me?
You have the director here.
Okay, this part right here we all need to cut though, because I don't like when we're talking about the podcast in the podcast. I'm not the biggest fan of that. But I don't know. I don't know how we get into it. It just like our conversation just like ends. How do we end that?
Okay, on 3.
Charlie, how do we end it?
Here, ready? 1. We're gonna say it all together, right? 1, 2, 3.
We out.
Did you really fall for that shit?
I knew you weren't gonna do it. Okay.